This video will cover how to create an event in 25 Live.
Start on the LC State homepage. Navigate to the For You link. Navigate to Faculty and Staff. Scroll down into Other Resources and click 25 Live Calendar. Then click Sign In.
Here, you can log in with your LC credentials. Click Log On. From here, you can create an event, see available locations, search for events, search for organizations, and see available resources. For this video, we will be focusing on how to create an event. Go ahead and click Create an Event. This will take you to the event wizard that will collect the information needed to schedule an event. Be sure to submit detailed information and fill in all required fields. Also note that each section has instructions you can view. We will go over each section of the event wizard using an example event we wish to create. The first section is the event name. Enter a name for your event that clearly describes the type of event you are creating. This is required. The example name is Peer Mentor Meeting. The next section is event title for published calendars. Here you enter the title you wish to be viewed on all published calendars on LC websites. This is optional and is only needed if you wish the title to be different from the event name. We will leave this blank for our example. The next section is event type. Here you can select your event type. Just choose the one you feel best describes your event. For our example, meeting best describes our event. You can also save the event type under favorites by clicking the star icon. This is useful if you know that you will be scheduling similar events in the future. The next section is primary organization. Here you select the name of the organization that's responsible for your event. This field is required. For our example event, we will search for first year experience. You can save this under favorites as well for future use. If needed, you can also add additional organizations that may be involved with the event. The next section is event description. Here you enter additional information you wish to be viewable on published calendars and will also appear in 25 Live event detail view. Enter the information to the text area below. Note that there are formatting options. This field is optional, however the description is useful for approvers. We'll enter October student meeting for our example event. The next section is date and time. Here you select the date, start time, and end time. This does not include setup time. This is in the next step. You can click the checkbox if the event begins and ends on the same day. Our example event will be on Friday and last for 1 hour. The next section is additional time. If you need extra time for setup or takedown, click the radio button labeled yes and select how much time before and or after the event you wish to reserve. For our example event, we'll click the radio buttons labeled no. The next section is event repeats. Here you can reserve time for your event in the future if it will be a recurring event. You can select does not repeat, ad hoc repeats, daily repeats, weekly repeats, or monthly repeats. For an example event, we know we will be hosting a meeting every other Friday, so we will select ad hoc repeats and select every other Friday on the calendar. This will populate the occurrence list with the dates selected. You can leave a comment or change the status of the event from this list. I like to use ad hoc repeats in order to schedule around any scheduled campus closures such as holidays. For the expected headcount section, here you can enter the expected headcount for your event. This is a required field. For our example event, we are expecting 10 participants. The next section is locations. Here you can request a location or multiple locations for your event. For our example, we will search for rooms Sacagawea Hall and select room 112. We will click the star icon to save the room since we know we wish to use it again in the future. Here you can see details about the room, remove the room, see if there are any conflicts, available layouts, and leave setup instructions. The next section is resources. This works much the same as the location search. You can use the search bar, view saved searches, and search results. For our example, we need an extra chair. Make sure the item code matches with the type of location you are reserving. For our example, we will select a chair marked with PP, which means the chair will come from the physical plant resources. Items coded WCC are only used in William Conference Center. The next section is attached files. Here you can attach any documents you feel are relevant to your event. Examples are layout diagrams or COVID health and safety plans. This field is optional, so we will leave it blank for our example event. The next section is contact roles. Here you can enter the scheduler and requester for your event. By default, these fields are filled in with the name of the individual filling out the event wizard. The requester is the individual responsible for the event. The next section is categories. Here you can select any of the categories that your event fits into. For our example event, we will select audience, student. The next section is requirements. Here you can select the digital items that are applicable to your event. Read through each, check only the ones that apply, and leave appropriate information in the comments. For our example event, we will check F, since we won't need any other requirements. The next section is publish to calendar. Here you can select academic calendar, campus rec calendar, entertainment calendar, resident life calendar, student involvement calendar, or Warrior Athletics calendar. For our event, we'll select student involvement calendar. You can also optionally put comments in to be published to the calendar as well. For our event, we'll leave this blank. The next section is comments. Here you can enter any additional information relevant to your event that does not fit into the above sections. And then here you can go back and look at all the sections you've completed if you wanted to edit anything, and you can look at their event summary. Once you're satisfied with your event, you can go ahead and click Save. That is how you create an event reservation in 25 Live. Thank you for watching.